Greetings, my lovely frost pups, and welcome to another art talk. Today, we're going to be talking about, well, I'm going to be more accurately, I'm going to be telling you guys a short story from when I was younger. It's when I was in school. See, I was originally not diagnosed with my ADHD and everything, and I also had very sensitive hearing. So when I was in school, I was very easily distracted, and believe it or not, I actually was the type of person who was a very studious kid, which was, I know, funny to hear. Like, oh yeah, I'm sure he was super, like, careful about his studies, which I actually was. Because the reason being is I was bullied relentlessly for being stupid, because I couldn't focus in school and I couldn't learn right. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what this story has to do with. This story has to do with the fact that I had super sensitive hearing as a kid, and still do. If you actually go and take me to a hearing test, it shows on a graph, like a little line graph, and mine is all the way across the top. I have extremely sensitive hearing. In fact, my volume is only ever on like 2. Otherwise, it gets too loud. So, when I was in school, I don't know if you guys had this issue with people like what I had, but there was this weird obsession with kids in clicking goddamn pens. So imagine hypersensitive hearing, sitting in a group setting as a kid, and I'm talking about like when I was 5, 6, by the way, context. And constantly trying to focus on the teacher's lectures. Yeah. Focusing on the teacher's lectures while kids constantly click, 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 talk, 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 click, 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 talk, talk, talk. It's definitely a recipe for shut the fuck up syndrome. And one day I was trying really hard to do well in math, and the teacher was doing a lecture. Of course, that's their job, they're doing a lecture. And I'm trying very hard to focus, and I'm dealing with all this nonsense going on around me. And what ended up happening, and I hope you guys can relate to this, and I'm not just telling an embarrassing story. Please. But anyway, sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, sorry, I got distracted. So I'm dealing with this nonsense, and I'm trying so hard to focus because I don't want to be bullied anymore. I was miserable in school because of this. To the point where I started believing them. I know it's not true, but still. I was constantly bullied, and I was still dealing with this, and I got to a point where I couldn't even hear what the teacher said. I started to cry in my seat, which I was holding back in because obviously I didn't want to get bullied for crying too. I had enough going on. So what ends up happening is I end up snapping in the middle of class and screaming, "Shut up, please, goddamn, shut up." And crying, just standing up crying. Now I know what you might be thinking, well, that's not their fault. Why are you... Well, I was a kid. I couldn't grasp the concept that they weren't doing it on purpose, to be honest with you. That's just the way my brain worked at that time. They must be doing it to spite me, to keep me stupid so they can keep picking on me. It's kind of how my brain worked at the time. And who knows, maybe some of them were. You never know. Sorry, I'm proud of this one already. There we go. Okay, big old eyes for this character. I feel like mine's going up a little. And there we go. No. Get that eye, ears looking good. Those are small. Yeah, to be fair, I like small ears, so it's fine. This is a bit of an odd head, I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? It's fine. It's been a while since I've been able to draw anyway. Anywho. Oh, sorry about that. I got lost in my drawing. Anywho, what ended up happening is the teacher ended up having to send me to the principal's office to calm down. And I ended up having to go home early because I was just I was in hysterics. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I was not well in this scenario. And I'm really hoping people can relate to this story. Because I can't be the only person this happened to. At least. He says, hopefully. But yeah, no. I ended up having to go home early because of the situation. I didn't... And in case you're wondering, no, it did not make the bullying better. So... In fact, it got more relentless after that. So this was just hopefully a relatable story for people. At least that was the goal. My goal was to be somewhat relatable with this one. I hope that kinda comes across. Try and get this hair right. Probably would help if I actually did. I know this isn't the perfect head or anything, but like I said, it's been a while since I've been able to draw. So I'm a little bit rusty at the moment. And it's not that bad either. Oh, hang on. My weird method for drawing hair. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm really looking at my work, so sorry if my model's being a bit weird. Let's fix this. Okay, and that's going to be the end of this story. I'm not going to be I will probably finish this piece to post on Twitter or X, whichever you want to call it. But that's going to be it for the story time anyway. I hope you guys found that story relatable. I hope I'm not the only one out here who's struggled with that. But I digress. I hope you all... Actually, hang on. Sorry. Sorry. There's something I want to do before I finish off. Okay. Here. Here. Or put 2 bubbles. Tiny bit of shine here. Okay. Very simple way of doing eyes there for you. But I love them the way they've been coming out. Okay. Now I'm done with the story portion of this for the video. Okay. Farewell, my lovely frost pups. I hope you all enjoyed the story, even if it's not relatable to you guys. And I hope there's just a few people who know, yeah, you're not alone. Sorry. Okay, you have a nice day. Bye.